Behold, the official Largely Unemployed hair shaving guide. First, we must disrobe. This is step 1. Okay. Now, depending on what you're shaving from, you might need different tools to get started. If you have scissors, you can use them just to snip if you've got longer hair. A electric razor like this, they're really cheap. You can get them for like $20 for a whole set on Amazon. Is going to do a lot. It's also really nice to help trim the beard. You get those little attachments. I shave to a 12 millimeter length, by the way. So this, I just sort of shave. The middle bit I do by hand. I sort of freestyle it. Wouldn't recommend it. It ends up rounding more than I'd like. I'd prefer a more square cut, but oh well. But this will get off the majority of longer hair. Now, if you want to keep things electric, I would recommend one of these. So you can easily find 3-point ones. They're used for shaving beards. But if you can find yourself a 7 or even better 9 head razor like this, it is amazing. It matches the form of the head. The 9s do it even better. You can push quite hard, and it will you can kind of go over it in patches, and it will eventually shave the head. It just takes forever. I found to get baby smooth, this takes upwards of 15 minutes, 11 to 15 minutes, depending on how good you get with it and how sharp the blades are. They dull pretty quickly, in my experience. You have to change the head every 5 months or so. It's not super expensive, but it's simpler, and it won't cut you. That's a really nice thing about this. It won't cut you. It will rip out hairs if they're long, though. You can only use this once you've gone over it with this. They've got to be probably around a millimeter at most. What's that, like 1/20th of an inch in that ballpark? Maybe a bit less. So just be careful when you use these. So yeah, shaving off with this is an option for sure. But this is what I use much more often than not. You just get shaving cream and water, warm it up. Make sure your skin isn't, you haven't got goose flesh, you haven't got like bumps on your skin. It's really important or you'll catch them. Then you wet your head, warm it up, step back, apply use more than you think you need. A lot of shaving cream, and just layer it on the whole area. And then you get a razor. The fewer blades, the better. The sweet spot for me with my sort of skin elasticity and things is 3. That's what I found works the best. 2, I find it can get doesn't quite shave as clean as I want. 4 or more, and I find my skin folds and gets caught, and then I shave off patches of skin. It's really unpleasant. With a 3-count razor, I have yet to do that. So on 4, 5, and 6, I've hurt myself shaving. 1 and 2, I've scratched myself, or I've found that the angle's not right, but 3 seems to be the sweet spot for me. And they're really cheap, these 3-head razors. They're used for they're considered cheap or whatever. For some reason, people think more razor count means more good. Maybe that's true for the cheek, but for the scalp, absolutely not. Go with a lower count. I'm a big fan of the 3, but you're going to have to experiment. Your skin is different. For actual shaving technique, I do a 4-pass system. So first one, I shave forward like this. So that's the first pass, and we go with the grain all the way around the head. Specifically avoiding the top, just doing the sides. Then I do a horizontal pass like this on the sides of the head. And a little bit on the back, but not really, because that skin's a little bit more elastic. You can pinch it quite easily. So just the sides of the head, along the temples, along the front again as well, just touching up any patches. Then you flip it upside down, and you're going to go over the back like this. And with your left hand or your non-dominant hand, you're going to feel as you go. And as you feel sort of rough patches, you kind of shave in like a twitching motion like this. Sort of short little bursts with lots of pressure, really pushing into the skin. Short little patches of shaving like that. And that'll kind of like slowly but surely kind of work it up like this until you get to the top. And then the top of the head's where you got to be the most careful, because for most people, that's where you're going to have the most bumps and dips and divots. I'm quite lucky my head's fairly smooth, as is the brain beneath it, but I've got a little kind of bony patch on top where because your bones fuse when you're a kid, and it's never perfect. And I have to be really careful on top, and that's the 4th step, is to kind of just slowly but surely go around all the angles on top in every direction I need to while feeling very carefully. It sounds like it takes forever. I think first time, probably took me about 25 minutes. It was slow. I cut myself. It was awful. I used the wrong razor. After 2 years of doing this now, I can do that shave in 3 minutes. 3 to 4 minutes. So like, I get in the shower, I shower my body, shave the head, rinse it off, I'm done. My whole shower is like 8 minutes. And that's it. So I hope it helps. The basic premise is like, a razor is your friend. Lower blade count, the better, but you're gonna have to experiment. The electric tools work, but I find them to be worse than just doing it yourself. Because you can't feel it when you use the tools. And that's that, pretty much. Do it now? Nah, I don't do it on camera. That's weird. Someone's definitely gonna jack it to that, and I don't want that. I'm not putting that evil in my life. Thank you very much. And of course, Happy New Year. Sorry. Happy New Year, gamers. Happy New Year to you all. Here's to another great one.